Do you want to learn how to make a subgenre of a subgenre of a subgenre? How about making a song where the genre literally sounds like a meme? Or how about a genre that is literally so niche that only a few people consistently make it? To the point where it makes no sense why you keep making it, you just keep making it. Well, look no further. Let me introduce you to hyperphonk, a subgenre within a subgenre within a subgenre. So you know barely anyone's listening to it. Now you may be asking yourself, what is hyperphonk? Well, good question. Hyperphonk is a combination of hyperpop and funk. I know, crazy. Now, if you made it this far in the video, 1, I'd like to apologize. 2, you might be wondering, how might you make hyperphonk? Well, luckily, we have this neat little tool called a Venn diagram. If you look on the funk side of the Venn diagram, you can see things that I like to take from funk, and if you look at the damn it, dude. If you look at the hyperpop part, oh my god, that's a tongue twister. If you look at the hyperpop part of the Venn diagram, you can see the stuff I take from hyperpop. Damn, that was hard. So for this video, I have it separated into 3 parts. Part 1 being the funk part, part 2 being the bridge / transition, and then part 3 being the hyper part of the song. And in each part, I'll go and kind of explain how I approach it, and then I'll just show you the sounds that I used for the song. And yeah, if you have any questions, let me know. Now, usually when I start with my hyperfunk tracks, I almost always start with the funk part. This part allows you to build a great foundation for the rest of the track to be built on. That doesn't mean it has to, that's just how I like to do it. But what I like about hyperfunk is that you can do whatever you want. The things I like to focus on during the funk part are mostly the sample, adding my own melodic layers on top of the sample, the percussion, and the drums. Because if you have all those combined into a very coherent and smooth sounding song, you can create almost anything.
Cannot just say so. You cannot just wait now. You've been here since day 1, but you ain't staying faithful. Why you niggas doubting me? You bitches should be crowning me.
So now that the funk part is finished, you still have this really nice foundation, right? And I like to think of it as like a skyscraper. So the foundation is the funk part. It's very strong, can hold this big ass building, right? So to get to the penthouse, which is where the hyper part is, you have all these other rooms which you can fill with parts from each section. So like sometimes I'll put things in the funk part that I like, and I'll start to introduce the things from the hyper part. So then by the time you go all the way up this skyscraper or whatever and get to the penthouse, you have this beautiful transition from foundation to the hyper part, aka the penthouse.
I can't fuck with fake hoes. Can't find my way home. Melody. You cannot just wait now. You've been here since day one, but you ain't staying faithful. You can't say something. It's so disgraceful. You cannot just play dumb. It's so distasteful. The boy say he a trooper.
So we have this nice ass skyscraper. The foundation's built strong as hell. We have the rooms going up to the hyper part, aka the penthouse, filled with the shit you like from both sections. Now we go to the hyper part, which is the penthouse, where you just go crazy with it. You just do whatever the fuck you want, which sounds good. If you don't know how to make hyperpop or electronic music, there's probably thousands of tutorials, especially for electronic music, that you can look into, because it does help understanding how those genres are made, so then you can learn how to combine it. And it really is all just experimenting until you like how it sounds. Like my first hyperfunk stuff sounds nothing like the stuff I make now. Alright, so yeah, that's basically how I make my hyperfunk and how I approach it. If I didn't do a good job explaining it, I apologize. I suck at explaining things. So if you have any questions, just tell me or reach out to me in the comments or wherever. Thanks for watching. I appreciate it. I'm not going to do any more tutorials because this shit was a pain to set up and I just like making beats. So yeah, I'm going to play the full song here at the end of it, and I hope you have a great day. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.
Hey, yungmaple.
So distasteful. The boy say he a trooper. Only if he say so.